We are streaming live. Good morning, everybody. There we go. There's all my friends today. How are you this morning? It's Trish Card. I'm so excited to be here for Nancy Matthews, who's on the road today. So I am so lucky that I get to be with all of you. And my guest today is somebody I am so thrilled to see because she's one of the people who helps me when I'm running into trouble. So I so appreciate her being here. And today's topic of conversation is going to be around the holidays. And you may be sitting there going, the holidays, it's October. What are you talking about, the holidays? I can't possibly be talking about the holidays. It's only October. Well, as soon as you blink, it's going to be Halloween. And as soon as you blink again, it's going to be Christmas. So what are we going to do so that we can get ready for Christmas and be what we want to be and make sure we have products and services for the holidays? And how do we do that and automate at the same time? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today with our guest. So please, here's what let me give you a great introduction. This woman is, you can tell by her crown, she's known as the Funnel Godmother. And she is an entrepreneur, an automation specialist, a speaker, a photographer, an Air Force veteran. Thank you so much, Rita, for your service. She's committed to showing entrepreneurs how to make the most of all their assets. And as a KEEP certified partner, she shares how systems saved her sanity, leading entrepreneurs through training and support of automation systems. She has just started an amazing cooperative in her local town of Knoxville, where people are clamoring to be there. And she is the woman who can help you know what button to push so that you can sit back, relax, and know everything is working the way you want it to. So please welcome the fabulous Rita Thomas.
Hey, thank you so much,
You are so welcome.
Trish. I am honored to be here. I'm just so excited to help everybody have a wonderful holiday season this year.
Well, fantastic. Well, I'm so glad that you are here. And really, before you know it, boom, Thanksgiving, boom, Hanukkah, boom, Christmas, boom, Kwanzaa, boom, New Year's.
All the things.
All the things.
Yes.
And we really want to make it so that we can be ahead of the curve when it comes to holiday gifts and holiday shopping.
Absolutely. So in both ways, you want to be able to enjoy the holidays with your family and friends, and you want to provide your service or your product so people can purchase it for their holidays to make it even better. And in the process, underlying, you're setting yourself up for a magical 2024 because you're building your list and you're creating loyal clients all through the holidays.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm getting started on this now. Like, how do I even consider what would I do? Black Friday is the biggest shopping day of the year. And then there's online Saturday or Cyber Monday. That's
right.
Cyber
so it's
Monday.
Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. I think it's Giving Sunday for charities, and then Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
4 days.
4 days. So and in those 4 days, we have a lot of opportunities to share what it is we have to offer people. So let's start with kind of what do you even offer for Thanksgiving? For Black Friday.
For Black Friday. Well, let's actually start with the end in mind, okay? How do you want to feel? What do you want your holidays to look like, right? So I think of sitting around relaxed with family or friends out to dinner, enjoying some kind of festivities, and you're relaxing, having fun, everybody's laughing, and there goes your phone, ding, and your first thought might be, uh-oh, does somebody need me? What's happening? did I did I forget to do something? But then you look and, oh, somebody bought something from me. Okay, great. So you can go back to having fun, relax. You feel even better now. Next thing you know, ding, 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 3 more times in an hour. And your friends and family are thinking, don't you need to check that? Aren't you concerned about what's going on your phone right there? And you can say with confidence, nope, I'm just making sales. I'm just selling my products. People are buying what I have to sell. I'm relaxing, enjoying my holidays with you. I don't need to worry about what's going on in my business. I think you're muted, Trish.
You're right. You're right. Thank you. Because we're hanging out and we're making money, and that's what we want. You know, the money while we sleep thing.
Yeah. And I mean, isn't that one of the reasons that you started your business in the first place? You call the shots. You decide how you spend your time. I was so blessed to leave corporate America 2 years ago, September 23rd.
Wow, so it's 2 years already.
I know, in a blink.
In a blink, exactly. This is the point, isn't it? Exactly, in a blink.
During that time, I loved my job. I loved my coworkers. It was hard, though, because I couldn't just take a day off if I wanted to spend it with my granddaughter. Or I had, so, you have to justify that this is important enough that I can ask for a day off because all the other people involved have to shift and adjust, right? That's one of the things I wanted, was to make my own schedule, work when I wanted, spend time with my family when I wanted. And travel, I love to travel. And so when you have your business running, it runs smoothly, like a smooth lake, right? And everything is running, then you can enjoy your leisure time, your hobbies, your family, all the things that you wanted to do when you started your business, and you're still serving people at the highest level.
And that sounds really great. And for those of us who are not techie, so I have a technology person on my team who does all of that stuff. I'm really good at writing the copy and doing the marketing and knowing what to say. But when it comes to what button to push and what do I need to connect, it gets really frustrating. I'm sure that you work with a lot of people who are frustrated with the integration, especially. I want my MailChimp to work with my autoresponder, to work with my, so what kinds of automation do I need to have to be able to do the kind of thing you're talking about, where I'm hearing ding, ding, ding all holiday long, and I know the money's coming in?
Yes. So it is, you need some kind of system that is more robust than a spreadsheet. All right. So think about when you put all your contacts in a spreadsheet, you can make columns for where you met them, and you can resort it, and you can do an effective job of storing information. And that's about it with a spreadsheet. If you have a system that is a step higher, or 2 or 3 steps higher than that, you'll be able to sort those people and segment your list based on things they like, don't like, want, need, things they've told you about themselves, things you know about them. That way, you're going to be able to send the right message to the right person at the right time. So that robust system needs to also have an email delivery component in there. So you got to be able to sort your list, segment the people out who want the things. And here's a perfect example of that. In my town, like you said, I have this live training once a month that I just started, and I have people on my list internationally, but mostly all over the US. And so am I going to invite everybody on my list to this live event that I host every month in Knoxville, Tennessee? No. That's going to aggravate people.
Yes.
You do not want to aggravate people. So I can easily segment my list. I just say I have 9 counties around me, and I have all their chamber of commerce, the people I've met through them. I just say all the chambers of commerce because I have them cross tagged that way. All the BNI people, the Rio people, the IBN people, the Business and Professional Association people. I can just boom, 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 list those groups, and it pulls in several hundred people. And those are the people that I want to invite to my live event, not the 2,500 that I have on my list or the 3,000 or 4,000. Right?
Yes, yes. And even if you don't, you're not inviting to a local thing. I want to be able to segment my list because I have people, let's say we did a webinar last Friday. So I have people who attended the webinar. Then I had people who registered but didn't come.
Exactly.
And then I had people who bought, and then I have people who didn't buy. So I want to be able to send targeted messages to all of that segment. Like if I were to send you one saying, I see you haven't bought and you're sitting there with my product in your hand, that's
I will
pretty
tell
dumb.
you, I'm going to testify right now. One of the worst things you can do is waste people's time. If you waste their money, they are not going to like it. But I can always make more money. I cannot make more time. If you waste my time, and wasting my attention is the same thing, because if you invite me to buy something, let's say for that same example, you send out a reminder to buy something and I say, I thought I already bought that. Oh, I better check. So then I check my checkbook. I check my emails. I check, all the things where I would have proof that I bought it. And I find out, yes, I already
have it.
bought that. Oh man, you are on the radar now for the wrong reason. You do not want to aggravate people and you do not want to waste their time. So that's why that is so important to segment your list. Only send the reminder to buy to people who don't have the tag that they already bought.
Right, exactly. It changes everything in your business when you can automate like that. Because, just think about it. You hit a button instead of, I was talking to somebody the other day and she goes, well, I send 10 emails at a time, right? Manually, 10 emails at a time. And that takes so long. So we know we need an email client. We need something that's going to say, here's your gift, right? Deliver the gift for you.
It delivers it.
So who does that? Who delivers the gift? How does that get there?
So you want to, your gift is almost always going to be a PDF or a pre-recorded video or something that it can be online that they can consume any time of the day or night. Remember, we live in a global world. So because it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. here in Tennessee, someone in Europe might buy my thing that I'm offering and they want it right then and there. They don't want to wait until I wake up in the morning to receive it. So you want to have your guide or your PDF, your worksheet, your lead magnet, the one thing that's going to get them to click and say, yes, I want that.
Yeah, or the thing
that on the internet.
Yeah, or the thing that you put together. So we'll talk a little bit about what people put together, but you want to have that ready to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you have it somewhere where they can get it any time of the day or night. You don't have to actually deliver it yourself. And if part of it or all of it is delivered by email, you just set that email up to be sent out to them the minute that they click and say, I want this thing, boom, the email goes out. It doesn't require your intervention or you actually taking any action. Today is a perfect example. We're going to invite you to get started on your holiday funnel with a very special package that I made. Watch what happens when you sign up. As soon as you say, yes, I want that thing, and you click the button, your screen is going to change to a thank you screen. So you know that your purchase was made. And before you can check your email, you're going to have an email that says, great, you bought this thing. This is what's included. This is how you use it. And I'll still be talking on this live presentation. That's the important thing about automation. You can be doing the work that brings in more customers. I'm the face of my company. So I need to be out there being interviewed like this and meeting people live at networking events and being on stages. And I can do that while my business is still running and people are buying things from me.
Right. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about, what do I make for a holiday special?
Yes. Okay. So
what do I do? My holiday special, am I going to sell my regular thing for $10 off, or what am I doing?
In the holidays, now I'm really talking about Black Friday right now. People are looking for a big discount. They're looking for at least 60% off, up to 90% off. Now, that might be alarming to you to think, how can I sell a big pile of these things at such a deep discount? It's going to maybe put me upside down or something like that.
Well, I'm giving stuff, it feels like I'm giving my good stuff away for free, even though it's $20 or whatever. I feel like, whoa, this is $100. I'm giving it away for 10.
Exactly. And you don't have to go 90%. It has to be an incredible perceived value. It has to be something that is absolutely a no-brainer. Your ideal client will say, oh, I want that. I have to have that. Click, click, click. Okay? For that price. So that price could be $10. It could be $95, but it's the perceived value. If you have something that's several $100s and you're selling it for only $95, your ideal audience, your ideal client is going to say, oh, that's mine. I have to have it. Click, click, click. So the important thing is not the actual dollar amount as much as the perceived value. One way to bring up the perceived value without costing you more money is to include a session, or like a one-on-one, a call, an appointment. And you don't have to say if it's 15 minutes or 20. Don't give away an hour. But say, and this special that I have today includes a session with me. So we can talk about what you want to offer on your holiday special. So that's an easy way to bring up the value, because that session is worth $97. And you're getting at least in the bundle.
Yeah, that session, Rita, is everything, because for the person who's purchasing the product, the video, the audio, they get a chance to actually integrate whatever that is into their life. So it's so much richer when you're able to. And then the other side of it is you get to make a connection with someone that you wouldn't have made a connection with before.
That is, if you can think about this as almost buying leads. You can buy leads from people all over the world all the time, and they're junk. If you can think about it like this, your 15-minute call with them is investing in that relationship, and people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And so once they see you, if you're doing videos online, they see you online, they might see you in meetings where you're in the chat together and you're on a Zoom call together. All those impressions lead towards the know, like, and trust. When they see your website, when they see you on social media posting, all that leads into it. Nothing compares to a face-to-face or a Zoom-to-Zoom connection where it's just the two of you, even if it's only 15 minutes.
Yes. And that I love your suggestion about not saying how long.
Right.
Because the expectation of the amount of time, people will judge. What are you going to get to me in 15 minutes? Or I don't, 30 minutes, or I don't want to spend a whole hour with you. There's that. Like, yes. I don't want to have, I love 15 minutes. I always say to people, we could make it an hour, but I'm going to fire hose you in 15 minutes. You're going to be like, your head's going to implode in 15 minutes. So it's a great idea. Instead of saying a 1 hour strategy session or a 1 hour set, it's a session, no time in there. And that's what a lot of people do, is they'll take some kind of a sample or some part of their product or some intellectual property, something I can read, something I can do, a workbook, something that I can get into what it is you offer. And then when you put it with a one-on-one,
Yes.
Now you're opening the relationship. I'll tell you that some of the things I remember from so every this time of the year in our momentum, we call it Momentum Mastermind. It's coaching and masterminding every Monday. And this is what we're working on, is what are we going to do for the holidays? And I can tell you, for the last couple of years, I have bought so many great things for hardly any money. One of my favorites was Ilka, who does essential oils. And she got 10 different essential oils, and she put them into small bottles and sold them for under $20. I got 10 samples of 10 different really great essential oils, and I use them every single night. Simple, easy, it
And
doesn't
you
have
thought
to
of
be.
Ilka every time you used them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when I wanted to order the one that I liked the most, guess who got the sale?
That's exactly right.
That's exactly what you're looking for. So what can you put out there that'll make a difference for people, that'll give them a flavor of what it is you do? It could be an ebook, right?
Yes,
Simple.
it could be an
And we
ebook.
call it an ebook. An ebook is simply a long blog. That's
Yeah, and it's got pictures and graphics, and it feels like a book, and your message is in there. Another thing I love to give in a bundle is a masterclass. So a masterclass, you're teaching them how to use the thing that they just got from you. And a lot of people feel like, well, I already gave them instructions when they got the thing. It's okay. Repetition is, I forgot the phrase.
The mother of retention.
That's right. I forgot it.
Repetition is the mother of retention.
Right. So you tell them, it's almost like you tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them.
Exactly.
And you keep telling them, because they're not always 100% listening. And they may even completely miss an email of yours or a message of yours that went out. So you can't tell them too many times, I believe, in different ways as well. So a master class is a deeper explanation of how to use the thing that you gave them or they bought from you, and it leads right into how they can work with you on a deeper level as well.
So what kind of a Black Friday special would you offer?
Okay.
For example,
the Black Friday special that I'm offering is, well, I'm offering before Black Friday to help you build your Black Friday special. So I have all the mechanics, I have the words, I have the ideas, how to help you build your lead magnet, what happens next, how to get the money coming in on your programs or what you have building from that, and how to get appointments on your calendar. And it all builds your list. So my Black Friday special is starting now, and it's going to help you build your Black Friday special. And but for Black Friday, I often will work into an end of year a business assessment and planning framework. So you're getting ready for the next year, for 2024. So you hit January strong. You're not still going, well, what should I do this year? You've got it all laid out. The blueprint is there. When you hit January, you're looking at the whole thing with new eyes.
Good. That's good. And those kinds of things are great. Barbara Johnson just wrote in the chat that she loves the idea of the holiday special. Barbara Johnson is a strategic accountant. So for her, it would be simple to give people some kind of an ebook, or she's got these great tips, hundreds of them. She could just package some of those tips, send the tips, and then include a one-on-one drill down looking at your books so that you can be prepared for the end of the year, because we don't want to wait till January to think about what we're going to do to make sure we save money on taxes. Right?
Now, we just want to back up a tiny bit, that in that 15-minute session, we said, oh, we're going to fire hose you. But at the same time, the whole goal of that 15-minute session is determine if this is a good fit to move forward and schedule a deeper session, a longer look
Yes. And the
into.
idea is to find out what the pain points are. What are they dealing with that's a challenge? What do they really want that they don't have that you might be able to provide? And when you find that out, it just becomes a conversation around what the focus is when we work together, not how to fix that problem. Now, that being said, you do want to give them some value. So there may be some
Oh yeah.
suggestions you can give that are easy to implement. And beyond that, they need you. Beyond
Yeah,
that, it's focusing on how can you support them from here on out, and what would that look like? So
exactly.
that session is really an important thing. So how do you automate that? Do you put your calendar in there as well? Like, how does that work?
Exactly. So today, when you grab the bundle that's being offered, right in the first email is my booking link. So you can book your free session right then and there. And that's automated right through my CRM. And so when you book a session with me, on your contact record, it shows that you bought the thing, that you were tagged with certain tags that go with that purchase, which emails you received or which emails I sent you, and what day and time is your appointment scheduled, all in one place. Then when I text you, we text back and forth, or we have emails back and forth, it all stays in your contact record, all in one place. So if I have to say, wait a minute, where is she on that process? I can just look in one place. I don't have to go here, there, and 5 different websites to figure out where we are in our process or what I want to say to you next. It's all in one place.
And that's the other part, is that everything is in one place. And I know that some of us don't have that. I love my system. So I use Keep, and I have the Mac Daddy because I have a lot of contacts. Clearly I have like 15,000, more than 15,000. So I need to have a big system, and it does everything for me. It tells me who's buying, who's not, what they bought, what they attended, how long they've been my client, every note I make about Rita's leaving her job September 21, right? All the notes that I need about that person. But there are other systems, like people hear about Keep and it's great and it works really well. But what about the person who's doesn't have a lot of contacts yet, but needs these systems? How do they do it affordably?
Yeah, so there are systems that are like they're definitely a step above the spreadsheet. So they're in that kind of entry level where you're dipping your toe in the water, and you need to understand quickly how it works and what to do. And some of those are Aweber, Constant Contact, Active Campaign. Now, and WC, do we want to say that?
WPN, what do you want to say?
Do we have a solution? Maybe not.
We do. We have a
Okay.
solution here at WPN that we just have implemented, and Stephanie Pimentel is the woman who can help you with that. So just be in touch with Stephanie at Women's Prosperity Network, Stephanie with a PH, IE at the end, at womensprosperityNetwork.com. And she's got a system that is rocking and rolling no matter where you are in the thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
So if you love WPN and that feeling and that relationship and that community, and you want to stay in that fold and have your CRM managed that way with Stephanie, that's a great solution. If you say, look, I really like what Keep has to offer, do your homework. Figure out, which system you really want and need the components of, and who you want to work with, because it's a long-term relationship, and
exactly,
it's gonna pay you back dividends just forever and ever.
Well, that's the thing, is how do I pick the right one, and how do I know I'm choosing the right one? And I'm telling you, in this case, I need an expert to help me figure it out. When I'm buying a new computer hardware. Like I'm going out to buy a new laptop. I wouldn't do that on my own. Am I getting the right thing? Am I preparing for the next 3 years? Because as soon as you buy it, you know it's obsolete, right?
Yes.
So I really appreciate what you're saying about the relationship.
Oh,
So
it's so important.
it is so important. So I invite you, if you are interested in learning about this system that's all inclusive, that is very affordable, just put in the chat, me, just put in me, and I will have Stephanie reach out to you. Put in the comments on Facebook, me, and I'll have Stephanie reach out to you. And it's all about getting that automation so that you can sell more stuff, so you can reach more people, so more people know what you're up to. Because some of us, you know, our first level is $1,000 or $800 or $500. And maybe you have something for 27, but let's push it out there. Let people see what you have.
Yeah, you know, a dear friend of mine just told me in the last week that 3 of their clients went somewhere else for a product that she offers.
Oh, wow.
And paid big money for it somewhere else.
Because they didn't know she had it?
Didn't know she offered it.
Wow. Yeah. So this is your chance to let people know what you do. If you have some kind of modality, there's so many things. Let's talk about it. I'm going to open the line for questions and answers. But Rita, before I get anybody on the phone, on the line, tell us about your free gift and how can we get it?
All right. So this is a holiday automation bundle, and it's getting you all the way through the holidays of 23 and ramping up your business for 24. It's 1 month free in my Automation Nation. That's $97 value, where it's live laser coaching on the systems that you're using or the systems you're curious about. And we just gather together and each person asks a question. You learn so much when someone else is getting an answer to their question. You might even say, I didn't even know I needed that. So I'm really glad I have that answer now. So it's Automation Nation, 1 month for that's a $97 value, a session with me so we can really look at your holiday special, what you have to offer, and get you started looking in the right direction. And then a masterclass with the worksheet that's going to organize everything. And that masterclass, we're going to walk right through the steps. You need your lead magnet, you need your upsell, you need this, and how you're going to automate all those things. And that is a $27 value. So $225 value, and it costs $23.24 today.
$23.24. And where do we get it?
All right. So I have a link that I sent. Let me just get it because I want to make sure I say it exactly right. In the meantime, then we can, I was thinking that you would have that from Nancy.
You would think I would have that.
Here I have it.
Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to put it in the chat, and here it is. HTTPS, of course, https://tinyurl.com /2324 bundle, and those words are all lowercase.
Got it. There it is. All right, I'm putting it in the chat and I'm putting it on Facebook.
Okay, good.
Stuff. There we go. All right, perfecto. I love it. Your automation bundle, 1 month membership in Automation Nation, which is really getting access to Rita.
Yes.
So what do I get with Automation Nation?
Okay, so we have twice a month laser coaching. That is called office hours. That's the second and fourth Wednesdays. And there's a LinkedIn peer support group where you can chat with each other, and I get in there answering questions all the time. You get 24/7 email Q&A with me. You just email me a question about something you're trying to do or your system that you're using, and I'll answer you by email.
Wait a second, you're going to be at my fingertips when I need something. So it's like, Rita, I don't know what button to push. I'm doing an email campaign and I'm stuck.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's priceless.
Yeah. And then I am building a training library that you'll have full access to that as well. That is getting better all the time. And that's included in Automation Nation as well.
And the thing about automation, or at least it's been my experience, is things change. Right? Things change. So
They do. They certainly do.
I have to stay plugged in with someone who knows what the changes are, and that's you.
You really do. And it's just like anything with computers or the internet or AI or cybersecurity. It's changing all the time and getting better and better and better. So you don't want to be left behind, and you don't want to struggle and spend your valuable time trying to figure something out that is not in your zone of genius. This is my zone of genius. Like, I get it. I have that logical step-by-step brain of the process that it takes. And it's just so natural for me to do this. And therefore you have that person in your pocket and available to you. So I just saw Barbara Johnson. I'm getting that bundle.
It's a smart bundle for sure. For sure. Yeah. And look at her, definitely a no-brainer. Well, let's go ahead and invite people to come in for questions. If you're on your phone, it's *6. And if you are on your computer or your app on your phone, it's raise your hand for the Q&A. You see a little Q&A down there. And *6 on your telephone. Hopefully I'm doing that the right way and telling you the right thing. Let me make sure. Yes, phone is *6. Zoom, raise your hand. There we go. And you're all ready to go. So how about, I would love to hear from some of you as to what you're thinking could be your Black Friday special. What's something you could put together that people will want, that's going to be really inexpensive, that they say, oh, that's a no-brainer, like Rita's no-brainer right here. The value, it's 200 and something dollars value for only $23.24. So what are some of the things that you're thinking that you would like to have in your bundle? So I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong, that I'm not getting.
I'm excited to hear what people are thinking about.
Me too. All right.
Well, maybe I want to buy some of them.
Yeah, I would love to hear what they have. So hit *6 on your phone to unmute and *6 to put your hand up. And I'm sure I'm doing something wrong because I'm not getting any questions. Okay. So how could that be? I don't know. But there's Barbara's hand. There you go, Barbara Johnson. Yay, I see your hand now. Barbara, your line should be open.
Excuse me?
Your line is open. How are you feeling?
I'm doing better.
Good.
You're better than afternoons, but doing much better. So thank you.
Good. So tell us about what you're up to and what you think about all of this.
Well, I definitely, the bundle is like definitely a no-brainer that Rita's offering, because I can tell you I've worked with Rita and she's amazing when it comes to funnels and automation. So definitely the funnel godmother. So worth that for sure. I was going to answer the question, I think, and this is my idea kind of for a holiday special. It would be a 5-day email spread out, of course, of introduction to the Profit First system, a masterclass on how to find money in your books, basically tax savings, because it's into tax year. So why not get some of those tax savings times set up? Yeah. And of course, a meeting with me to go over your books and have like a strategy session.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you know the value of all those things, each of those?
The introductory to Profit First, that would normally retail around $17. The masterclass for finding money in your books is a $37 value currently. And then a strategy session with me is $99. So we're looking at, I don't know, you add all that up, probably around
150.
Yeah.
53.
I was thinking of doing it for a $17 value, $17 Black Friday special. Everything.
Did you see my face? I mean, that is the no-brainer right there.
So that was kind of my thought. I've got to finish it out. Obviously, it's just my thought.
Yeah. And here's the great thing about that. So you're getting $17, you're giving this great value, but I know that you already have built your Profit First training is already built, and your masterclass to find the money in your books is already built. Okay. So you are showing up, meeting new people, hopefully serving people at a high level, and it's costing you almost nothing because you already have it set up.
Right. Which would be cool.
Yeah.
And they're paying you for it.
Right.
Yeah. And so does that start, Rita, on Friday after Thanksgiving, or do you do it sooner?
Oh, mine?
Well, no, like Barbara. Should she wait until Black Friday?
That's what, now here's the thing. Traditionally, everything's offered on Black Friday, and people will continue it maybe through the weekend. What's been happening the last couple of years, though, is people are going, oh, it's Black Friday week.
I know.
They'll offer it the whole week. It's tricky, though, with the urgency. You don't want to get lost in the sea of marketers that are busy on Black Friday, though. You don't want to get lost in that sea. You want to be able to get their attention so they can see your irresistible offer.
And that's what we're seeing now, is people doing it sooner than Black Friday.
Right. And then, but Trish, you are always teaching us about urgency. Is it, if they have the whole week, is that still going to entice them to click, click, click?
That's a good question. I think that it's starting to be an expectation that it's Black Thursday, Black Wednesday. I really see that happening in the marketplace. So and then the other thing is, how do you stand out, right? Because there are so many. So that's why we're seeing it happen earlier rather than later. Yeah.
And that offer, Barbara, that's fire, because you're saying the words that are important to me. Finding the money in my books. What? Profit First? Yeah, that sounds good. And it's a $150 value for $17. I mean, I can't go wrong for $17. I got to buy it.
No, I have a professional shopper with us today. The woman I go to every time I'm looking for a deal, a discount, and that's Susan Winter. And Susan, I saw your hand go up when we were talking about Black Friday and whether it starts sooner. Why don't you go ahead and unmute and tell us what the skinny is from a professional shopper?
Thank you, Trish. Good morning, everybody, and howdy do. I didn't get to give you my howdy do this morning.
Susan Winter's here.
Susie Sunshine.
And
hi.
She's the one who knows all about the shopping. So what's the dealio, sister?
Well, the dealio is, I totally agree with Rita that you need to compress that time frame. In my experience, and Rita, you know about the same experience, I'm sure, most people wait till the last minute. I'm one of them. But I keep my eye out early for what I want. The challenge is I always get distracted, right? So you want to really compress those time frames, in my opinion, and remind people consistently and not feel like you're bothering them, because those that are interested will be grateful for the tap. I can promise you that. Yeah. So, and automation will do that for you. And Rita is brilliant at setting all of that up. And she's also brilliant at guiding you every step of the way. A lot of people don't have a CRM yet, effective one. Let's go that way. They might have something, but they don't have an effective one. And I remember when we started with Keep, I didn't really have anybody to guide me. It took me so much longer because I didn't have a Rita.
Right.
So, yeah. And I think that's really important because, I always say you could take the local or you could take the express train to get where you want to go.
Oh, that's a great analogy. I like that.
Right? I mean, we know where we're going. So, but I was on the local at that time.
Mhm.
Had I been with Rita, I would have been on the express and gotten there so much sooner.
Oh, I can't stand the local. You stop like every 2 blocks.
Exactly. Now you get the visual of doing it on your own.
Yes. And that's
It,
how
you
I
know, it,
feel.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't just take longer. It takes your focus away from
Correct.
revenue generating activities.
Correct.
So if you have an expert helping you, all that express train that's happening, and you're able to be out there making deals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which more than covers the services that you've hired people for.
That's
You
right.
know? Yeah. So, I mean, I just think it's really important. Rita, you're a perfect example of that. A
Mhm.
perfect example of that, right? You were on the local for how long? 14
I
years?
was. Yes, I had a, yes, that's a good point. 12 years, I had a full-time job and a business.
Right.
And it was the local train all the way. It was so painful.
And then you said, I can do this with someone else's help. You came into momentum, you came into coaching, and within 10 months,
10 months.
bye-bye job.
Wiped out 12 years of struggle in 10 months.
And that's the point. So Susie, thank you so much.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate your consult on the shopping. I
Yes,
always
and
trust you for
everybody
that.
loves a bargain, so let us have one.
Yes, we're all looking for it. So thank
Right,
you
and
so
you're going to do
much.
such a great job that you're going to make money consistently because you'll give us the opportunity to fall in love with you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Yes,
say
absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Susie.
I'm excited about this, and thank you, Rita, for sharing with everybody and for guiding them so they can be on the express instead of the local when it comes
I
to
love
the
that.
I
automation.
know. I can already smell the smoke from your brain thinking of all the WPN specials you're going to do. Susan's
Yeah.
like, she has those brain bursts where she's in the shower and she goes, oh, I have this great idea.
That's where it happens. That's where it happens.
Oh, she always gets so excited. I got a great idea, let me tell you. And she always does. She always does. Thank you, my friend.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you. All right. All right. Thank you so much for that, Susan, because really it is something you want to think about. Evis Ramirez, I would love to hear what you have on your mind. How are you this morning? You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay.
I hear
Good morning.
you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Nice to see you. And I love that thing that you have in the head. I love that.
Oh, I know her. She wears a tiara.
Yeah.
She's
Really,
she's a
you look
fun,
really beautiful and get a message. That's what I like.
yes.
So
Yes.
I have a question, and I was thinking before the holiday or Black Friday. I was thinking to do like a master class to teach people how they can have some recipes and nutrition, the good nutrition to prevent getting sick and how to fight getting sick before the holidays or for this season. And I was thinking to build a package, and one of the things that occurred to me was the master class and some kind of PDF with some recipes and general instructions, and a session with me for $47. Should I do that or do it for free?
Oh, no, not free. Not
Okay.
free. Rita, what do you say?
Well, and I love your idea, and I want it. I would not, though, lead with the recipes in the title. I would lead with stay strong and healthy through the holidays, or, conquer the cold and flu, or with food, or something like what I want to do is get through the holidays without being sick.
Exactly.
And then the solution is the recipes. So they would be part of the free, the PDF. But the subject would have to be something that's going to get my attention and tell me that I'm going to get through the holidays without getting sick.
So then you say stay strong during the holidays. And the other one was, which one?
Something like enjoy the holidays
fight the
without
cold.
getting sick. Yeah, with
Yeah.
conquer the common cold. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. That way, that'll get my attention long before our recipes would.
Okay. And then is that package will be good for $47?
So that's a PDF and a master class and a session with you.
And a session with you is 40. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Evis, that sounds good. Evis, what about people who don't want to put on weight during the holidays? Is that something you can help people with?
Definitely.
I think both of those things, you want to highlight both of those things because people don't want to get sick, but they also don't want to put on 10 pounds of holiday weight.
Okay.
And we just brought up a very important point. Some people think they can only have one holiday special, only one Black Friday special, only one funnel. No. Anything you have to offer can be a Black Friday special, and everything you have to offer can be a funnel of its own.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And if you were to put together some kind of, tip sheet on how not to put on those 10 pounds of holiday weight, how to stay healthy, and then you can lead with, I hate to say it, but COVID is rampant right now.
Yeah.
I personally, I think there's a couple of people on here right now that have it. I think this week I've talked to 4 people who are sick already.
Yeah.
So it's, as the winter goes on, so it's not just taking care of your health and making sure you feel good, but it's the weight thing as well. So you can do 2, or you can have your message be stay healthy, stay slender, right, over the holidays. And that's for sure something people would want. And I think $47 is reasonable. If you wanted to really blow it out, make it 17 or 27.
Yeah.
I think you'll get more people buying for 27 or 17 than you will for 47. 47 is $50.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So 17 is not bad.
And you're competing for, some people maybe they have 100, so they want to spread it out 10 here and 20 there and 15 there. So if you're down around that $20 range, I feel like you'll sell more. And that's the point. It's not how much money you're going to make on Black Friday is not the point.
Okay.
It's how many people you attract, how many appointments you get, how many people you have in your masterclass, how many people you got their attention. And they're going to, a lot of them be new people that are new into your list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
That sounds good. I will
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is really helpful.
Thank you, Evis. Really, thank you, Evis. I love it. Alyssa, Evis, you really pointed to an important thing, that you don't have to have only one offer.
Yes.
And that's really important. Elisa Colasso is asking in the chat, she wants some feedback. She wants to offer a Black Friday special for the first time this year, and she's new. Mostly she offers, and Elisa, feel free to unmute if you can, and then let's talk about this. She mostly offers coaching sessions where she uses several holistic methods, but she'd like to offer a laser session, but not sure what else she can add. So, Alyssa, how are you this morning?
Good, thank you. I'm here.
Yay! So, Rita, the question, and let me make sure I got this right, Alyssa. It's, you want to offer a laser session, but what do you couple with it?
Right.
So, Rita, would you? Go ahead, Elisa.
Yeah, because honestly, right now, I don't have any webinars or courses. That's something that I would like to develop, and something that I'm brainstorming to see what I'm going to be offering in the near future. But mostly right now, I'm just doing bundle sessions. That's my main, my focus right now. So when it comes to like a special, I could maybe reduce the price of my bundles, but what else?
Okay, so do you have a video recording of you working with anybody or teaching something?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so you could do for your Black Friday special some kind of document that guides me through. What is a laser session? What is it that you do?
Yeah, like I do mostly different holistic methods. One of them is emotional freedom techniques. So I help people go to the root of their issues, release stuck trauma, things like that. I work a lot with people that suffer from anxiety, burned out, yeah, all those things.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of the blues and the doldrums that come with the holidays.
Yes.
So you could put together a PDF or a guide. You could also even I love to do myth versus facts about the holiday blues or something like that. Myth versus facts, or tips about really fun and funny ways to bring yourself out of a funk one day or something like that. So that would be your free offer. That's going to get people looking at you and paying attention in this automation system. As soon as they take the free offer, then you wait a day or so, give them a chance to digest that, and you offer them something low price. So the thing you have already recorded on video of probably teaching a master class or working with a group maybe or someone, you offer that for a very low price, $5, $7, something like that. And you say to them in the email, I noticed that you downloaded our free PDF, something about the holiday blues. I'm so excited to share this with you. Trish is the wordsmith. So Trish,
no, I'm loving it. I'm excited to share this with you. And you could even bundle those together with your session.
Yeah, I actually have a free gift already, and it's a PDF that explains the method that I use, the main one with some facts about it, how to do it. And in addition to that, I include a 5-minute exercise that they can follow. It's a recording. So maybe I can combine that with a class that I gave to a group about this method and all the more details. And I also do an exercise.
A class learning something that you can send me and I can watch on my own. That's really attractive.
Right. And maybe I can also add it's not gonna be called a discovery call, but something like a one-on-one, like you were saying, something short, like no more than half an hour, where I can get to, meet them and go from there. And hopefully,
and the other thing is when you label something discovery call, to me, I'm not going to learn anything. You're going to discover. So you want to make it sound like you're going to get some value from me. So strategy session, vision session, give it something. Discovery call is all about you, right? I'm discovering how much I'm going to charge you to work with me. That's what it sounds like. Right. So that's great. And you don't need to say that it's an hour. You just simply say it's a session.
Yeah. And I do want to put in one more thing for everyone. Don't make your free offer just an appointment with you, because they need little bites of you first before they say, okay, now I want to spend time with her.
Right. And remember, we're not doing a free offer. We're doing a low cost offer.
That's right.
So your free lead magnet, Elisa, I wouldn't be using that to combine with I would have that class that you were talking about. Susan, go ahead and open up. I know you have a comment.
Thank you.
I do, and it's not directly related, but I know we were coming to the end of the session, and I want to be sure that we mention that email is not the only automated thing you're going to do. Rita, you want to comment on that as far as texting goes and all of that?
Absolutely.
That's super important.
That's 100% right.
So that's why I brought it up, because I knew we were at the end and I want everybody to have that consciousness.
So it takes anywhere from 7 to 20 touches before someone will be ready to take the next step with you. And that might not be buying something. The next step might just be making an appointment. So your touches are being online, putting video on social media. If you're shy about it, try to get over that, because that's how you're going to reach people. They're going to see your personality. They're going to feel like they know you and start to like and trust you before they ever look at your website or buy a special from you. And so all these touches are not automated. You have to do other things besides have your funnel and your automation going to have a well-rounded marketing plan.
All right, thank you. And some of the texting comes with the best CRM systems, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the part I wanted to make sure everybody knew. And I know we're at the end of the hour, so I'm going to zip it, Trish. Bye,
And
everybody.
No, thank you, Susan. I'm so glad that you were here. Thank you for that.
many, many, many people that come right out and say, don't send me an email. I never open it. Don't leave me a voicemail. I won't listen to it.
Don't call me. I'm not picking it up.
I want to. So we have two camps on the calling. We have a camp of people that want phone calls. They're generally older. There is a camp of people that don't. What are you ringing my phone? What is that about? This is for texting. It's not for ringing and talking on, right? And they're a lot of times young. But texting, I've had people come right out and say, just text me. I'm not going to do any of that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Texting is efficient. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So having a system that does all that is amazing. And yeah, you can use Google Text and you can use MailChimp and but none of them talk to each other. So you are working it all without having it being connected. So if you want more time, isn't that what we want? More time? Yes.
Yes.
So I urge you, go ahead. I put it in the chat and it's also on the Facebook page. The holiday automation pack from your Funnel Godmother is only $23.24. How'd you come up with that number?
23. It's 2023 now. So it's your holiday, and then you're building for 24. So we're putting everything in place that needs to be ready in January.
That is so great. So get your special the strategy session. You get to actually collaborate on what should your funnel be, what should your offer be, and you get a 1-month membership in Automation Nation, which means that you can send an email to Rita and get the answer. Sherry Rudolph said she just signed up for the special. Yay, Sherry! And if any of you want to know more, you can always reach out to Rita. And that's easy enough. Rita Thomas, you'll find her everywhere. You'll find her in the Women's Prosperity Network directory. You'll find her on Facebook, LinkedIn, and all those things. Rita Thomas, thank you so much for getting us in the mindset of doing something for Black Friday, for specials. Thank you for sharing with us that it's not as challenging as we think to get automation. And thank all of you for being here today on making this your Wow Wednesday. Rita
Thank
Thomas,
you so much for having me, Trish. I appreciate it.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure. Thank you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. We shall see you again at the next opportunity. Enjoy your day. Make it a Wow Wednesday, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. See you. Bye, Olivia, Jamie, Joy, Evis, Barbara, Susan, Carrie, Katie Wagner. So good to see you. Bye-bye, everybody. Beverly, have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.